All right, look, Bitcoin's above $20,000. Right? Everybody knows that. Maybe you made some money, maybe you didn't make money. But the money-making opportunity is not necessarily in Bitcoin when it comes to percentage gains. Our goal is to capitalize on altcoins so we can increase our Bitcoin and Ethereum position. Altcoins actually have the chance to accrue more percentage gains in select times, not long-term, but in select times, and we can capitalize on these altcoins by taking the profit and putting it into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like most people can't afford, a whole Bitcoin or at least, a couple of Bitcoin. Now, of course, institutional investors can afford Bitcoin, but we all know they start leaking into altcoins because they realize that there's more opportunity in the market, right? We're living in the next age of the internet. Decentralization can be used in a lot of different facets and accrue a lot of different value in different industries, right? It's not just a currency. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about 5 altcoins that I'm looking at for the next year, 2021. Now, I haven't bought these currencies right now, but my goal is to show you the principles I use to find them. And then when the opportunity presents itself, you guys can pull the trigger yourself, right? You don't wanna be a sheep. You don't wanna follow people. You wanna make your own decisions. I'm also gonna be talking about an indicator that for some reason, no other YouTuber is talking about. I haven't seen anybody talk about this indicator. So in this video, we'll be going over that and 5 altcoins. Keep watching. Alex here, quick update, quick announcement. Guys, I have a new community number. So I got a second phone. You could directly text me. I'm answering all questions. My new phone number is 954-758-5473. Again, that's 954-758-5473. I'm answering all comments. Go ahead and text me now. Let's have a conversation. What's going on, everybody? Alex back with another cryptocurrency video. And today we're talking about some altcoins that could potentially blow up and make us some real money. Altcoins have smaller market caps than Bitcoin, so they have the better chance to move. Bitcoin has made us a lot of money in the past, right? It's done its thing, but the law of diminishing returns says that Bitcoin won't make us as much percentage gains as it did in the previous years. Being that most people don't have like $10 million, it's much easier and much better to invest in some smaller market caps so you can make more money, of course. And if you appreciate the fact that I set you guys up for success, right? My goal here is not to just buy altcoins and tell you about them. My goal here is to tell you about the altcoins before I buy them. If you appreciate that, do us both a favor, hit that subscribe button, as well as the push notification bell so you get videos like this all the time. My goal is to show you guys how to make money in cryptocurrency. I talk about money. If you're interested in money, guys, this is definitely a channel for you. And I actually show you guys my mistakes so you can learn from the mistakes yourself. And if you actually want help with this process, guys, I have a website, thefundamentalsecrets.com. It talks about my whole complete strategy. We literally have 150 plus videos, how to avoid getting scammed, how to invest properly, et cetera, et cetera. We do live Q&As. We also have a 12-hour hangout where you can literally ask our coach anything. We also have, and I guarantee this, the best customer service on the internet for cryptocurrency. I'm talking about, we literally have a chat box. You can ask them any question. You get liquidity locked up. You don't know where your money went. Maybe potentially you got scammed. You could ask them anything. And the beauty is we're actually doing 30% off for Christmas. So if you want to take advantage of this offer, guys, it's going to end after Christmas. Go to the description below, take advantage of the fundamental secrets. Let's jump in. I'll see you on the other side. But let's jump into the video because that's what you guys are really here for. So I want to be very clear when I explain this because if I frame it the wrong way, people will get burned. Our goal here is to not hold these altcoins for the long term. I know a lot of people talk about, their favorite altcoins and they'll fight for it to the end, right? Tribalism and stuff like that. But the only 2 altcoins I hold for the long term are Bitcoin and Ethereum. And the reason for it, and I'm just going to give you a rude awakening here. The reason for it is because altcoins suck. The vast majority of them don't actually have products, and you can't really do fundamental analysis on speculation. Now, the reason why I sell a course called Fundamental Secrets and I do fundamental analysis myself is because it's perceived fundamental analysis. There is no real fundamentals on these projects except for Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're the only real use case. So there's definitely a lot of things you could do when it comes to speculation to take advantage. So it's kind of like Warren Buffett style investing, but not really. I want you guys to understand that. Also, the reason why I want to show you this indicator is because, again, you don't want to be sheep. Right? You don't want to follow other people. If you follow other people, you will always be one step behind, right? The goal here is to make your own decisions. The reason why I tell you guys to do your own research is not for, my, legal obligations. The reason why I tell you is because for you guys to actually make money, if you're following people all the time, you will always be one step behind, and that's not the goal here. The goal here is to turn you guys into leaders. I want to say this one more time before I jump into the video. The important part is not the coins. The coins are not the important part in this video. The important part is how I came to the conclusion to pick these coins. So you guys can pick them for yourself and use the same techniques. Again, I have not bought the coins yet. I'm waiting for the opportunity to actually present itself. And when it does, you guys can pull the trigger yourself from home, and you don't have to follow a YouTuber on the internet. So I'm about to jump into the screen. Definitely pay attention. Definitely take notes. I'll see you on the other side. All right, guys. So the first thing I want to show you is this developer report right here by Electronic Capital. They come out like once a year. So it's really important to read. They're usually very in depth, and they give us a lot of insight to what's actually happening when it comes to developers in different ecosystems. But the one thing I want to show you right here specifically is in DeFi, because look, a 67% increase in monthly active developers in decentralized finance January 2020. So this is definitely growing. DeFi is growing. Look, 300 plus new developers per month committed to the DeFi ecosystem. Also, there's a couple of things in here. If we go specifically to the DeFi section, let me see if I can find it. There's a couple of things in here that's going to lead us to understanding the fundamentals behind certain coins, right? These are layer one solutions. Let's look at specifically decentralized finance. And then you're going to see the reasons why I picked some of these coins. And we can actually piggyback this off of some more. So you guys know I talk about Yearn, okay? So I want you to specifically look at, for example, Balancer and Uniswap gained 200% plus developers, right? Yearn and Alcala were the biggest DeFi ecosystems. I haven't purchased Alcala because it's just a little bit too late for that. But look right here specifically. Look, Chainlink, looking at the top 5 biggest gainers in decentralized finance. Chainlink, Balancer, Yearn Finance, Uniswap. Look, you guys see what I'm calling coins, guys. We're not trying to play around. We're not guessing here. We're looking at new emerging trends and capitalizing on the new emerging trends. Yearn Finance is one of the fastest growing DeFi ecosystems, guys. So Yearn Finance is definitely one of the coins that I'm extremely bullish on. It just happens to be able to make to this top 5 list because it's been making us some money. I don't want to buy into things. You guys see my Yearn Finance videos. You can jump into those, but I don't want to buy too much into things. At least when it comes to altcoin perspective, I already have a lot of Yearn Finance. But specifically, again, I want to show you there's a lot of DeFi ecosystems that are blowing up right now. So pay attention to them, right? DeFi is a new emerging trend, and this will actually lead us to our indicators. So if I come over here, this is the top 100 altcoins in comparison to Bitcoin dominance. This is not DeFi. This is actually DeFi perpetual index, right? Perpetual futures index. This will actually show us what happens in DeFi. This shows us what's happening to the top 100 altcoins in comparison to Bitcoin. So this is not specifically DeFi. This is like all top 100 altcoins, right? And then this is specifically DeFi, only the DeFi ecosystem in comparison to Bitcoin. And then this is Ethereum in comparison to Bitcoin. Now, the reason I want to tell you this is because if you could look at this chart, when the price is going down, that means that the top 100 altcoins are losing dominance to Bitcoin. But in these little spikes here, and we called this spike on my YouTube channel, right? We called this last one here. This is where a lot of money can be made, right? And this is specifically, again, top 100 altcoins in comparison to Bitcoin dominance. We know Bitcoin has been stealing the show. So this right here indicates Bitcoin is doing better than other altcoins, right? But that's going to reverse. We're looking for the altcoin season. We're looking for like a large green candlestick. We're specifically looking for something like this, where we can make a ridiculous amount of money. Now, one thing I want you to notice is that it happens very quickly. So you want to be ahead of the bunch. You don't want to like get greedy. Even if you have to buy in a little bit early, it's not always a bad thing, right? Even if you lose a little bit of percentages. Because look at these big jumps. This happens very, very quickly. You don't want to miss out on it, right? So again, one more time, this is the top 100 altcoins in comparison to Bitcoin. This is DeFi. Now there's a couple things I want you to take in consideration. This is recent DeFi pump. We saw it, everybody should have made some money. I mean, if you're not in DeFi, then you didn't make money, but we were talking about this pump here. Now look at the date. This is November 5th. If we go back to the top 100 altcoins, right? Let's look at November 5th and see what happened to the top 100 altcoins in comparison to DeFi. You can specifically see, if we get this over here, November 5th, the top 100 altcoins dumped and then actually came right back, right? So it's showing kind of like a leading indicator. And as you can see here, 15 days later, then actual altcoins took off. So again, DeFi took off first, right? DeFi was a leading indicator and the last little microcycle, right? And then altcoins 15 days later took off. So what are we looking at now? Look at this now, guys. DeFi has been taking off in the past couple of days and increasing in comparison to Bitcoin. So if you've been in DeFi, which the vast majority of my coins are, you've been actually outcompeting Bitcoin in the past couple of days since December 12th, right? So we might be doing the same thing we did before. DeFi took off first, right? And then altcoins potentially might follow. And here's some evidence of that. As you can see, we can see that there's a long support here. And we bounced off the support pretty well. So the goal here is to just keep making higher highs from this point forward. We could keep going down, but this is why I'm showing you guys this. This is showing signs of reversal. It hasn't actually reversed yet, right? It might keep going down, but once you see this reversing, once you see this top 100 altcoins reversing, this is when you make the purchases on, some of the coins that we're talking about, because we're going to see a massive rally. Does that make sense, guys? But the point I'm trying to get across is if you watch these two charts, if you watch the DeFi perpetual futures in comparison to Bitcoin dominance, it's usually a leading indicator, at least that's happened in recent history. And the reason for it is because all smart money is going to DeFi, guys. Everybody knows DeFi is the wave right now to make money. So a lot of institutional investors, the first place they'll go is DeFi, at least from my understanding. And that's usually what happens. And people in the cryptocurrency community, most people are agreeing with me on DeFi, right? People are not gambling. Everybody's kind of going to DeFi. So yeah, definitely watch these two charts. And then you could also watch the Ethereum BTC because we do make trades. I did call a trade here. I purchased a ridiculous amount of Ethereum here. Ethereum took off, and then I sold all my Ethereum for Bitcoin, made money on Bitcoin's dominance increase. And then we might actually do the same thing here. So just watch these two charts. I'm going to click right here so you guys can see. This is ETH BTC. This one, this is the exact code. You have to type in the exact code to get these charts on TradingView. And then this is the exact code for the top 100 in comparison to Bitcoin dominance. Now, what are the coins that I'm actually looking for? It's going to make a lot of sense when I show you. So the first one is REN. As you can see here, it's lost a ridiculous amount of value. This is an asymmetrical return. So if you look at, historical, resistance and support, for example, you could see that there's not much further we can go. I mean, this is the classic example of a, asymmetrical opportunity, right? We can only go down like 50% maybe. I mean, it would be highly unlikely if we kept going down, right? If altcoins took off, it would be highly unlikely we go 50% down. But look at the upside potential. Just to get to its last all-time high, that's a 250, percent return. Now, this is not something I went all in on, right? I bought a little bit here, but if we come down to this line, or maybe even right now, it might be reversing already. This might be a good time to pick up some REN. They have solid fundamentals. They're definitely a part of the developer report, and they're well needed in DeFi. It's definitely one of those blocks that everybody's going to use REN BTC. It's a good way to wrap Bitcoin to get it on Ethereum. So strong fundamentals. This is not a scam. There's a lot of money invested into this platform. We pretty much know REN is going to be here for the long haul. So the goal here is to capitalize, again, like I said, on the sweet spot. This is a sweet spot example, right? And it's going to be the same story for all these altcoins. Same thing with Balancer. Balancer might be even a better opportunity because in the developer report, they talk about Balancer a lot. So this actually might be like the best out of the 5 picks that we're talking about, but same story. We're making higher lows, right? As you can see here, I can move this line up, higher lows, and the goal is to see if this coin is going to get back to its all-time high, right? Which is all-time high was, this is a 400% jump. This is what you call asymmetrical opportunity. You don't want to buy coins that everybody's talking about. I know people come out with the price predictions. I know people come out, with, example videos, and they want to talk about these coins and stuff, but you want to find the ones that are dying, right? You want to find those sweet spots, and this is just another example. And this is probably the best example in this situation, to be honest. The second best example is probably OMG. Same thing. The only difference between OMG is that, again, we have ridiculous upside potential. Let's look at exactly what we're working with here. And not so much downside. And the great part about this project is that it's a layer 2 solution. So they're actually helping transaction fees on Ethereum. And for the next 2 years, everybody knows that we're migrating to Ethereum 0.0. So they're going to need layer 2 solutions for transactions. Now, the downside is not so much, right? And they do have a pretty good community, being that they've been out for a very long time. So we only have a 44% down, potentially, maybe. And I would dollar cost average, so it doesn't really matter. Like, we'll dollar cost average and make our money back, right? But what you have to understand is that it's been dying for the longest time, and it can jump. And this is like a 250% jump, another asymmetrical opportunity. Now, this one's a little bit different, okay? Because Curve just came out. All I know is that the Curve.finance platform is used a lot. You can't do too much technical analysis on this. It's a governance token. It's been dumped since it came out. It's brand new. So I don't want to do too much TA. I mean, it could keep going down. This is like one of the riskier plays. But we know that Curve.fi is used so much in DeFi. So much yield farming relies on Curve.fi. So the fundamentals are extremely strong. It just happens to be that they launched and have been dumped, ever since it came out. So I would put a smaller amount of money in this one. But again, we're waiting for this to show more strength. If this shows more strength, look, right here. This is top altcoins. This is the same day, November 5th. This is when DeFi took off, but altcoins kind of came back. It kind of looks similar to what's happening now. We might see a large green candlestick. I mean, it got 8 and up, so I could be wrong. It could keep going down. But the thing is, you want to look for more confidence on the upside. And then when it comes to DeFi, you actually want to look to see if it can break above this. If it breaks above this, that will give me more confidence. So that's the 2 things you're looking for to buy these coins. But back to what we're talking about. Uniswap's in the same situation. So Uniswap gave out this airdrop, people dumped it, and we're looking to see if it can appreciate in value. It's making higher lows, and that's the goal. The only thing, again, I want to say to you guys that these 2 coins are governance tokens, and they've been dumped since they've been made. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to actually find the real price discovery of this coin. We don't know how long it's going to take for the project to go up. But this is what fundamental analysis is, investing into projects for a long haul to see if the fundamentals play out in the future. This is why I tell you guys to be first in all the situations. This is how you're first, right? You're not first by just following the trend. You're first by making the move before anybody else does, right? So definitely look at those indicators to make your prediction. And then here's just some altcoins that I've been looking at. You guys can find your own altcoins for yourself. It's easy. Just look at CoinGecko and look at what's been losing in the past 30 days to 60 days, right? And then Uniswap, same situation. But the two, I guess, riskier ones are the Uniswap curve. The ones that I'm a little bit more confident about are Balancer and OMG, and then Ren's kind of in the middle there, right? So we're, again, just looking for the bottom. These have lost a lot of value, and they will appreciate a lot. And then if it comes out over here, I'll start taking profits and putting it back into Bitcoin, Ethereum, because those are the two coins we really hold long term, right? So just to go over one more time so you guys really understand what's going on, we're looking for these indicators, reversals on these two charts, right? You could even say a reversal on Ethereum because that's also an indicator for altcoins because Ethereum runs all the ERC20 tokens and it runs DeFi, right? The 5 altcoins I'm talking about is Ren, Balancer, OMG, Curve, and Uniswap. And then this is like Uniswap against ETH. It's just a little bit more price history, but it's kind of showing the same thing. And just notice that all the coins I'm talking about, they're pretty high up on this chart. So we're not talking about anything that can be like potentially a scam. I know in the past we've gotten scammed on some of these coins, but just understand that this is definitely a safer bet. This is where I've been able to make the vast majority of my money by just looking at the biggest losers and moving my funds accordingly. So yeah, guys, go definitely look into Electronic Capital's developer report. It's really important. So you can read more into it for yourself and look at the fundamentals. But yeah, these are the biggest reasons why I'm going to these coins. Obviously, there's more reasons. Obviously, there's more research, and that's why you guys should do that for yourself. But that's it for this video. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism. Subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with this technology, you will get left behind. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Catch you in the next one.